Welcome back to First Take. Hard to believe we are already halfway through the NFL season. All the rosters now after yesterday have been solidified, right? And because the trade deadline's obviously behind them. Teams are getting better. Some teams are getting banged up. Some are getting worse. We're going to play a game of contenders or pretenders. Hot team right now. The Patriots, Marcus Spears. I feel like I haven't called you that in forever. Swagoo. Patriots, are they contenders or pretenders? What do you think?
I got contenders. One, I'm looking at the landscape of the NFL this year. They went on the road and beat the Buffalo Bills. Drake May is playing at a very high level. But y'all, really, my confidence lies in Mike Vrabel. I think he's one of the best head coaches in the NFL. You see how this team has responded. Stephon Diggs is having a revival. Booty, they're running the ball successfully, and they're built at the line of scrimmage. Really good corners. This is a complete team. Now, it'll be about experience when they get into the dance and can they convert. But the Patriots are definitely a contender to me.
What do you think, Peter?
I think they have shown that they have the ability to do it. I need to see them in a big spot, though. This is obviously the Buffalo game was everything, and they went into Buffalo. Now can you do it again and again and again? I think it's fair to say they're the story of the season and they're a playoff team. I don't know if I'm putting them as a contender just yet.
Okay.
No, they're a pretender to me because I can't count on a second-year quarterback making his first playoff starts against guys like Allen, Mahomes, and people like that. So I can't sit there and say they're a contender to win the AFC because next year maybe, I got to see May playing a big game first, a real big game.
Well, he has a big game this weekend. They face Tampa Bay. What do you think, contender or pretender, Stephen A?
I think you're wrong, Doggy. I'm going to listen, and Peter, I think I'm going to put them as a contender. Okay. And number one, you have found your quarterback. You know who he is. You are very convinced that you have the quarterback for the future. Everybody's all in on Drake May. We know what Stephon Diggs can do. We know what Vrabel can do as a coach. They have a defense. But the biggest reason I'm going to have that as a contender is because who's the standout team in the AFC? Kansas City ain't what it's been. They were undefeated in one-score games last year. They're winless this year. The Chargers are up and down. Bo Nix and the Broncos are very formidable, but they spend 3 quarters not showing up as an offense before they turn it on in the fourth quarter. We know what the deal has been with the Ravens. We look at the AFC South, and we thought that the Indianapolis Colts were those dudes, and then Pittsburgh rolled all over them by putting it on Daniel Jones' shoulders. And then the Buffalo Bills, clearly, I think they dropped the ball before the trading deadline. You got to get another pass catcher for Josh Allen. You desperately need that. You might need a run stopper. You might need an additional piece on the defensive side of the ball, but you most certainly need another pass catcher to help out Josh Allen. That has been suspect on their part. They've already lost once to the Patriots already. I don't see how we can look at the AFC this year, see how up for grabs it is, and then say that the New England Patriots are a pretender. No, they're a contender because they're right in the mix with everybody else in the AFC right now because there is no standout AFC team.
Yep, I agree. It feels like the Patriots really are contenders at this point, especially because of their head coach. You have a proven head coach. All right, let's keep it going. Let's go to the Seahawks, another team that feels like they maybe came out of nowhere this year. We weren't talking a ton about them. Contender or pretender? Go ahead, Doggy.
I definitely think they're a pretender. I don't trust the quarterback. And you're going to say he's had a great year. Last year against Detroit, when they were playing for their season, he was awful. And then against the Rams, which we had here on a Monday night in January, Aikman couldn't believe it. He was terrible in the game. The Vikings got him out of there to go with McCarthy, who hadn't played at all, and Seattle takes him. Now, listen, he could prove me wrong, so he gets a second chance, but his audition last year when the spotlight was on him was atrocious, and because of that, they're a pretender.
I'm going to say contender. I had the opportunity to watch them in person, and they were even better from their Monday night victory against the Texans, Sunday night against the Commanders. And I will tell you, that coach has them dialed in. And it is such a testament to what they have on that roster. They go 70 deep. I mean, they've got Ty Okada's making big plays for them. Tyrese Knight's making big plays for them. You can question Darnold. You can't question what he's done this season. And for him to bounce back from that and being told, hey, there's the door in Minnesota, and to be even better in Seattle in year one, I think they are legitimate contenders in the NFC.
The problem is when they win, it's like you can't judge it because when they win by like 14 points and they outgain opponents by almost 100 yards. When they lose, they look atrocious. Marcus Spears, contender or pretender, the Seahawks?
Contenders. I think this conversation really revolves around the point that Stephen A. made and the point that I was talking about is that when you look in this league, there's really no dominant team. In the NFC, if you want to attribute that to the Philadelphia Eagles, go ahead. But I still think they can be got as well. The Seattle Seahawks are a contender. They're really good on defense, by the way, that nobody's mentioning. This is going to come down to teams making plays on both sides of the ball. This is not a year that the quarterbacks, I think, are going to carry you to the Super Bowl. Seahawks are contenders.
Go ahead, Stephen A. Seahawks.
Let me tell you something. They are absolutely contenders. McDonald can coach. He's got that defense plugged in. They got running backs in Chardonnay and Walker. You got Njigba. You know what he brings to the table. That home field advantage, we can't ignore that. Going up to Seattle is not an easy place to play. And then let's also take into consideration, Shay, I don't know what you were talking about with your last comment, respectfully, because you talked about when they win convincingly, but when they lose, I'm like, they lost the opener to San Francisco. Outside of that, they lost by 3 to Tampa Bay, 38-35, where, you had Donald, throw for 341 yards and 4 touchdowns. And so I'm looking at it from that standpoint, and I'm saying you look at them defensively and what they bring to the table. You know that they've got potential offensively, and it's really the same, in terms of Detroit, Green Bay, Philadelphia had its struggles, Tampa Bay's injuries, etc. Who's the standout in the NFC? Damn right Seattle's a contender. They can make some noise.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they are a contender, too. I just feel like Darnold hasn't played to his potential in the losses, although the one you pointed out against Tampa Bay, obviously.
He did throw an interception in the fourth quarter, which lost him the game. Let's not forget that.
Correct.
That's
but
true.
His stat line, I suppose, was very good in that game. Coming up, though, Jerry Jones pushing his chips in after acquiring Quinnen Williams. Does Stephen A., though, think the Cowboys fans should be elated or maybe deflated? Plus, Draymond Green. Not one to mince words, not ever. He's not even talking basketball now. Now he's talking football. He's talking about Dak Prescott. Did he cross the line a little bit, though, or does he have a point? We'll react first.